808 Hot Takes, halftime, brought to you by Jack Daniels. Always wait to speak and let the beat drop at halftime. Dope. We're talking the NBA. We're talking the NBA 75th anniversary team here at the halftime. There was a whole bunch of usual names going on. Then there was a whole bunch of, who the hell is that guy names? And then there was a whole bunch of, really? He ain't been playing long enough going on. So that's what we're discussing today in the halftime. What 5 guys shouldn't be on the list and what 5 guys should be on the list. Paco, we're going to start with you. What Sixers are you trying to add to the list? Derek Snow should not be on the top 25 or the top 75 squad. He was a good player, but for real.
Wow. No, who shouldn't be on the list? It's amazing because you're looking at this and I think every guy should have ring a bell in your ear if unless they play before you, because Clyde Frazier, we never seen him, but we seen him in commercials. So we know. My criteria is your name should strike fear into oh man, yeah, he was a baller, just plain and simple. And there were some names on here that no matter who you were talking to in the annals of NBA history and time, you wouldn't oh yeah. So Paco, go ahead. Sorry. Just looking at the list right now, Carmelo Anthony. He had his day, but I don't think he's an all-time great.
You don't think he's one of the 75 best to ever do it? All right. So you're just trying to holler at Lala right now, basically.
Ask her. She got an opinion.
So you're saying Anthony needs to be off. What other 4 guys after that should need to be off?
Paul Arizin. Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dope. I think you would like him.
Yeah, I think you're tripping on that one.
Dolph Shays. I never heard of him.
Yeah, I don't like guys named Dolph. I don't like people with names a lot of times either.
Wes Unseld.
Oh, that's another.
You tripping again?
Mad tripping.
He's
probably
again.
He's probably top 25.
That's enough. We're going to stop you. We're going to stop you before you hurt yourself. Who needs to be on there then? Give me 5 guys who need to be on there.
Tony Parker. Dwight Howard's not on there. Vince Carter. Tracy McGrady.
And one more.
And the MVP of last year, Nikola Jokic.
You think Jokic should be on there? He ain't been in the league in a minute.
MVP.
All right.
I have seen him on other people's lists. I don't see it personally, but I have.
Yeah.
I have seen him on a couple other snub lists. So.
Yeah, he's on my new age dudes that, hey, another 5 years of balling? Yes. Okay, cool. But right now, I'm not upset with that at all. Sparkles, what about you?
So for my snubs, or actually I'm going to do the who shouldn't be on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who shouldn't be on there? Number 1, LeBron James.
What?
LeBron James should be on his own list.
Ooh.
He should be God status, S tier, like Wu-Tang, the Beatles, LeBron. They get their own tier. Everybody else is below.
Okay.
But my real top 5 guys that I don't think should be on there, I'm hating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hater.
Yeah.
4 out of my 5 are active players.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start off with one that's not an active player because Paco stole one of my answers. Paul Arizin. I don't know who you are, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He was on my list, too.
You sound like some white dude. You sound so much like Paul Azinger, so you're done.
Chest passes, jump shots, fundamental.
And then I got James Harden and Damian Lillard together. 1 finals appearance between you, you're cut. Sorry.
Harden and Lillard.
Harden got 1 finals. Lillard got no finals. Love them. Both great players. I would leave them off personally.
Oh.
Plus, they got time to get into a later list. AD and Giannis, y'all way too young. I love AD and Giannis. They're both gonna end up being 2 of the best players of all time. But you don't need to put them on now.
Yeah.
Put them on 25 years when you got the 100.
Yeah.
And you can rank them. Put them top 50 if you want. But right now, too soon.
Yep.
For my top 5 snubs, I'm gonna go 5 to 1. Number 5, little bit of a sentimental favorite, but Chris Bosh. I love Chris Bosh. I feel like he contributed a lot.
I completely disagree with you right there.
Oh, I know you do. I know you.
On the top 75 of all time?
Yeah, I put him there.
Nah.
Yeah. I knew you would disagree, but I love Chris Bosh. Number 4, Pau Gasol. Number 3, Vinsanity. Number 2, not a fan, but Dwight Howard's resume speaks for itself, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. My number 1 is another sentimental favorite, but I think he deserves it. Bernard King. Look him up, kids.
Bernard King.
Bernard King was a baller.
That's a name that I haven't heard this week. That, definitely top 100 on there. I'm not sure on the 75 on Bernard King.
Definitely a sentimental favorite. I just had to put him on there. Because I feel like if he didn't get hurt, he would have been top 75 for sure.
Yeah. As far as Paco's list there, I'm not mad at the Tony Parker. That he's a borderline for me. You guys both have Howard and Carter on there. T-Mac was borderline. T-Mac was even a borderline Hall of Famer for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like he balled out for 5 years, but like just the injuries and that kind of deal, like I feel like if his prime or the lack of injuries or whatnot had extended a few more seasons, then I'd be more of a T-Mac on there. Not saying that, he wasn't just phenomenal.
A lot of garbage time points too. You got to remember, so a lot of these guys played for horrible teams and average like ridiculous point totals.
Yeah, everybody that you kicked off, I got a little issues with the Harden and the Giannis. Harden, I think Harden is a top 75. He does stuff that nobody else is doing. Just period. And I think that's the criteria that's one of the criteria that should get you on the list. So you doing some stuff ain't nobody messing with.
Losing 60 pounds in like 3 days.
Yeah, having the Kardashian curse, having all that Kardashian juice in your beard and being able to wash it out and still ball. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. He did have that one season right after dating them where it was just like, all right, James Harden. But then he came back. That next season was like MVP levels and was like, okay, we doing this damn thing. Giannis is a freak of nature. And I think just his freak of natureness he was one of the last people. He was like 74.5 for me on the get down. And then what you got here? Gasol was not a bad pick. I just think there were some other ones prior to. So people didn't need to go on Pepper's list, and feel free to debate. I went more than 5. I don't care. I'm with you on the Anthony Davis. He has not done enough in the league yet to be there. I'm with you on the Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar is awesome. He's all world, but I need 3 more seasons from Dame of being all world before you can make this top 75 list. And I need 5 more seasons from Anthony Davis before you can do that. So sorry. Bill Walton, beat it.
See, that's why I put Bernard King on there. I'm like, why does Bill Walton get credit for balling when he wasn't hurt? He was hurt like half his career.
Bill Walton had 3 full good seasons in the NBA.
Like he broke his leg like 3 years, like 5 years into his career, I think, and then just could barely walk after that.
Yeah. Like the guy. Mm-hmm. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Yeah, he was a dominant player, but he just didn't. He was hurt so much, it's hard to put him in there.
Yeah, you do good things. I even like your son, but no, you're not on this list, player. So sorry. I'm with y'all with that Paul or Reason guy. Yeah, I don't know who that. Yeah, who? There were some other old timey names that I know old timey people are not gonna like me for. I don't care. Fight me. Jerry Lucas? Nah, son. Dave DeBoucherie? Beat it.
Bobby Boucher?
Exactly. Dave Cowens? Bounce. You're right, Paco. Dolph Hayes? Or Skays or Shays? Beat it. Plain and simple. Get out of here. Now, my glaring omissions was just like, what? Huh? Yeah, what? Huh? What? Howard.
What?
Dwight Howard. I'm with y'all on that one. Vince Carter was my biggest, like, what? The man played for 20 seasons, the human highlight film, the half man, half amazing. Like, seriously. the best in-game dunker to ever play the game.
It's over.
Exactly. It's not
over.
the best out game dunker to ever play the game. What?
You ever seen an international dunk when he jumped from half court
Exactly.
and just put his balls in the mouth? He teabag Mfufu Chevacek.
Yeah, whoever that tall guy was.
Look it up, kids.
Go to our social media.
That play is enough to get in the top 75.
Exactly.
That one play.
I posted a meme on our social media with us dunking on other radio shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, Howard and Vince Carter are the two biggest omissions to me. Also, I got a name that neither one of you mentioned. Two names that neither one of you mentioned. Manu Ginobili. He's the greatest six man to ever play the game. Plain and simple. He was one of the kings of the dynasty, along with Tony Parker there. T-Mac's like 80 to me. Joe Dumars, I thought was a little bit glaring. You could get some of these guys that have never done nothing. And just a personal one for me, Larry Grandmama Johnson. that guy. Yeah. Now, he only had 3 to 4 seasons where he was just all world. No one could stop him. And then he had the back injury, but then he still played for like 8 more years after that. But those first, go look up the first 5 seasons of Larry Johnson in the NBA.
I actually thought of him too, just because if you're a basketball fan and you just watch the pure joy you get from watching Larry Johnson play, gold tooth.
Yeah.
I mean, calls himself Grandmama proudly, goes on Family Matters and plays against Urkel, dresses Grandmama. Like, just the humility. It's like, the dude was street, but he was cool. I loved him.
All world. Yes. And before we get out of here on this halftime, on a funny note, the Warriors got Klay Thompson a number 77 jersey because he felt like he was one of the top 75. And I feel bad for Klay because Klay is one of the top 5 shooters to ever play the game. But the last 2, almost 3 seasons, he's been hurt and injury after injury. So that's literally just the last 2 seasons of blown out ACL from the finals and then blown out Achilles from his rehab from his ACL literally kept him out of this list.
I actually heard there's another reason too. I know a guy that was in the meetings. He said that they were going to put him in, but he'd only dribbled the ball 72 times his entire career. So they were like, if he had dribbled 75 times, we would have put him in top 75.
He don't need to dribble. He catch and shoot. He got like 4 dunks in his life, but he's also a lockdown defender. So people forget about that. But, yeah. So that's our top 75. Hit us up. Let us know who you think got snubbed and who you think has no business on this list whatsoever. 808 Hot Takes. We'll be back after the break.